Male pattern baldness affects as many as 4 out of 10 men to some degree by the time they're 35 years old, and as many as 7 out of 10 men by the time they are 60. But there is hope, and that comes without surgery. Randy Clark of Randy Clark & Associates is here with one of his clients, Roger. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
All right, let's start with you, Randy, because I know that this is a big deal. Women really suffer with this, but so do men. What challenges do your male clients tell you that they face?
When they're looking for a job, they want to look their best in the dating world. Even for the, most men, most of my clients want to look good for themselves. They do it. They do it to make themselves look better. But the biggest, obstacle they have is looking the best for the job.
Yeah.
Get that job.
Absolutely. So you have a non-surgical method to treat this.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
It's a lace-based system that the hair is hand-tied, and we match their existing hair color, texture, curl pattern, and do a non-surgical application, glue or tape to the head, whatever their scalpel will take.
I know men are pretty sensitive about this type of thing when they begin to lose their hair.
Yes.
So tell us about some of the stories that you've heard.
Well, you see, with men or women, you see weight gain, you see a lack of interest in clothing, you see a little depression. Hair loss is a big issue for all of us, but men, everyone thinks men should, most men go bald and it's acceptable, but a lot of men have a difficult time dealing with it.
Yeah. So is he in your ballpark when he's talking about some of these things that men go through?
To a certain degree. It's a confidence thing, and it makes you feel good about yourself. It makes you want to engage life, because when you're losing your hair, your options to dress kind of reduces down. You have to dress.
But that's all within your mind.
That's right.
So
That's
now,
right.
how old were you when you started to lose your hair?
Mid-30s.
Mid-30s. And how long before you decided to do something about it?
Oh gosh, probably about 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was that 10-year period like for you?
You're used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you deal with it.
Yeah.
You keep your hair shorter because you have less of it. You want it to stay neat. You want to look professional, because you can't just spray your hair with spray gel and go back because you don't have anything to spray.
Did you feel like everybody was looking at your hair or lack thereof?
No, no. You just kind of
just kind of remove yourself from it at all.
Yeah, you just
altogether
kind of blend in.
Yeah. So what led you to Randy?
A good friend of mine was a client of his, and he had encouraged me on a number of occasions to go see Randy, which I did. And the first time I went, I was very skeptical, and didn't come back for a few months after that.
What do you remember about his first visit?
He was very skeptical. He actually he tried it and didn't like it, and it was about 6 months to almost a year before he came back. And it was just a real hard thing for him. Roger's different than most clients. He's has a lot more confidence, so it was a big transition for him to make that change.
You're telling me too, sometimes with your male clients, they seem to be taller after they have done this.
It does. It actually adds some height to them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when they walk in and I meet him, I'm fairly short, and I looked at Roger the first time and I thought, he looks like about my height, but then after I put the hair on him, I could really see that he was much taller than I am.
Yeah, yeah. And you're single?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
Dating?
Yes.
Has that changed much since the...
Oh yeah, it absolutely gives you a lot more options.
If you want to put it that way.
Well, think about it, because you look younger.
Yeah.
So you don't fit that stereotype, and it's a stereotype when you're losing your hair.
Yeah, yeah. But in spite of the Michael Jordans, who have
or
gone
Seal,
completely bald,
that look great with no hair. I don't.
All right. Is this an expensive procedure?
It's fairly expensive. An average client will spend about $3,000 per year. So
when you average it out for a woman, she might spend about $100 a month on hair, maybe more than that.
Some
Nails,
women much more. I mean, just color alone, they'll spend $100, $150.
But if it means more confidence, that job, it's money well spent.
It's money well spent.
All right. So what about maintenance?
The average client comes in every 2 to 3 weeks, and they get a new system every 2 to 3 months.
I have to tell you, you just look amazing. There
Thank
is no one would be able to tell that there was some type of hair system involved.
Oh, they will now.
Thank you very much for being on GMT. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Randy. Now, if you're suffering from hair loss, or if you know somebody who's struggling with this problem, you can find out more about Hair for Life system by logging on to randyclark.com or call 972-239-0291. We also have all of this information on our website at WFAA.com/GMT.